Nike made a big announcement on their 2024 plans. Kai, what's going on here?
Yeah, so many of you hopefully have heard of .swoosh, which was Nike's sort of venture into Web3. And they did a great job of this last year. You could buy an identity and your .swoosh ID. And then also you could, a certain amount, and it was closed to mainly people in the US, but there was some others they started to open up. But basically you could mint certain shoes, certain digital shoes. And then they've played around with allowing you to actually get physical shoes from this. They're doing some merch and some other cool stuff. And they've had some connections and partnerships with, was it Fortnite? Not Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Was it Fortnite? Yeah, Fortnite, EA Sports, et cetera, et cetera. So we've all been wondering, like, what's next? What are they really going to do here? Right now, we just have these cool looking NFTs. You can get some shoes, whatever. What's next? And they put out their roadmap last week, and it's actually some pretty cool stuff. So this is what's actually going to happen this year. So that's really cool. The first thing is their focus on Nike in-game wearables. They want to extend this out to actual games. So one of the things we think is going to happen here is with their partnership with EA Sports, it's likely kind of what they're hinting at anyway, is that you're going to be able to purchase virtual products, likely just shoes, but I'm sure they'll have some other wearables as well, which will be in the form of an NFT, and you'll be able to actually wear them in your game. So imagine you're playing FIFA. I think FIFA has another name now. FC 24 is what it's called. Madden, you're playing, I don't know, NHL, and imagine they did skates, but whatever it is. And all of a sudden you can purchase in-game like clothes or in-game shoes and actually wear them. And those are being powered by NFTs on top of Polygon. That is super, super cool. It is a way that, they're doing it in a way where you don't, need to know about MetaMask and you don't need to have ETH, et cetera. You can do it all like with credit card, et cetera. It's a great introduction and they'll start to be able to show some cool things that you can do with it. So excited to see them go further with that. I mean, EA Sports is massive. There's, I don't know, millions of people playing these games.
700 people.
700 million across all their games?
Across all their games, across all EA Sports games.
That's amazing. So this is it, right? Like these are the things that we want. Now, I'm sure they're not going to brand them as NFTs and that's fine, which we want. That's what we want. Imagine 700 million people using NFTs. They don't even know it. That's exactly what I want to see. So anyway, super cool there. But they're doing much more than that. They're going to double down on, I hate this word, but they're going to double down on phygital items. So basically the ability to sort of blend your virtual and your physical offerings, whether that's, you're buying something in the digital world and then you can go and actually create it and have it in the physical world so you can get the sweater, get the shoes, whatever. And so they'll do a lot of community building around that, around creating these products and actually getting them in the real world as well, which I think is super cool. The other thing that I really liked is two things here around self-custody and around the NFT marketplace. So right now, you don't get to custody any of the NFTs you have through .swoosh. It's all on their closed server, however they're doing it. But what they said is that in 2024, likely in the second half, they're going to open this up so that you can actually move your NFTs out of the .swoosh wallet and into your own MetaMask wallet, Coinbase wallet, whatever that is. And then you can buy and sell and trade, do whatever you want with them there. So they won't open up their own wallet to be like a Web3 wallet yet. But if you want to use it, you can still use their thing. But if you ever want to just take them out and custody themselves, you have the ability to do that, which I think that's the choice is what matters, right? So really cool there. And then they aren't going to launch their own marketplace like some people were speculating on. But what they are going to do is partner with an existing marketplace. Now, we don't know which one, but what they said is they're going to partner with marketplaces or a marketplace which ensures creator royalties. So their focus is around ensuring that the creators of these will get the royalties. Now, that's not Nike themselves getting the royalties, but those who are part of creating these shoes and these designs through their creator studio, they will get the royalties, which I think is really, really cool that they're trying to position that. And so potentially they partner with Rarible, who we've had on the podcast a few times, or Yuga Labs is launching a NFT marketplace, which ensures creator royalties as well. So maybe it will be with them because we know that that's launching at some point this year. So we don't know. Could be either of those. Maybe there's something we're missing. But those are the two main ones that have focused on creator royalties. So either way, we're really cool to see and excited to see one of the biggest brands and most known brands in the world go further into Web3. Because as we're going to talk about later in the show, there's big brands, big companies that are actually falling out of Web3 and pulling out. So Nike continues to push along, and we'd love to see that. And so does Starbucks, which I think is what we're about to talk about next. Jay, is that correct?
That's correct. So Starbucks also has had their program going for probably about as long as Nike's .swoosh's program is going for. But similar to Nike .swoosh, it's a closed ecosystem right now. It's in beta. You have to get an invite code. And this week, they have started to open up to the public. Now, you can't go to their site and immediately get in. You still have to go to their site and join the wait list. But if you go to their site and join the wait list, I don't exactly know how this works depending upon where you live. I wouldn't be surprised if this is restricted based upon certain geographies. I joined the wait list, and pretty soon after, within a week, I got an invite code in. So I think it's headed in this direction of being open. I also heard from our friend T-Pan, I've got an article up on screen that he wrote recently, that he is just a Starbucks Rewards member. He's also a member of the Odyssey program, but they're not connected in their system right now. And for being a Rewards member, he got a push notification to his phone encouraging him to go join the Odyssey program. So they're clearly opening up. Now, T-Pan's in the US, so my guess is they're focused on the US market. But then we also found out that Starbucks this week announced that they're going live in Korea with the Odyssey program. So they're also clearly picking certain geographies, certain test markets. Remember, Starbucks, one of the largest brands in the world, has stores in, I don't even know how many countries, but they're all over the world.
Every country.
They're clearly going market by market as they open up. This also, for Starbucks, lines up with the launch of their first journey of the year. One of the most powerful things about on-chain loyalty is the way that you can gamify multiple actions and string them together in what Starbucks calls them journeys. But we've talked about this when we talked about Lufthansa's UpTrip loyalty program, which also does a similar thing where you have to take a few different types of flights together in order to complete a journey, essentially. So Starbucks' first journey has launched, and you can get in. If you join the Starbucks program, you'll be able to do this journey. And basically, smart for Starbucks, this journey takes a year to complete. And so they keep you engaged for a full year. Essentially, as part of this journey, you have to go into Starbucks once a season, winter, spring, summer, fall, holiday, and buy a drink to celebrate that season. That really connects with Starbucks brand. They're all about celebrating the season. If you're in a Starbucks store around Valentine's Day, it looks like Valentine's Day in the store. If you're there around Christmas, it looks like Christmas. If you're there in fall, it looks like pumpkin spice latte season. So you can see how they're really connecting their loyalty program on-chain and their brand and the experience that people are used to experiencing. And they're just heightening that with a better on-chain experience. So really cool to see. If you haven't joined the Starbucks loyalty program, I recommend you go to their site now, and you can actually just try to join. It's possible that you're able to join immediately. I think that a lot of Americans, in my guess, are able to join immediately. If you can't join immediately, then it tells you and you have to join the wait list, and I think you'll get a code pretty soon after.
Yeah, it makes sense they can't open it up fully. They probably want to, if they put a push notification out to their 100 and was it like 100-something million or 30 million users? Is it
30
they have
million people? Yeah, 30 million use their reward.
That'd probably break the internet if they did that, or at least break the blockchain / break all their servers and whatever they want. So you got to break the slowly. Yeah. But good to see. This is great. Nike and Starbucks all pushing forward in 2024. This is exactly what we want.